Seekers, welcome back to Truth in Life Tarot. My name is Tracy, and in this video we are going to be going over what old beliefs are currently working against you. So for pile 1, we have the clear quartz points with the Star Spinner Tarot. For pile 2, we have the fluorite with the Herbcrafters Tarot. For pile 3, we have the Tarot of the Magical Forest with the citrine. And for pile 4, we have the Light Seers Tarot with the Sodalite Crystal. So the timestamps for your pile as well as the pre-shuffle is going to be down below, and I will see you there. Bye. Hello and welcome to the pre-shuffle. The first deck that you're going to be using is the Harry Potter. It's this, hang on, Magical Meditations. Harry Potter Magical Meditations deck. Okay, for pile 1, what old beliefs are working against them? Ooh, that one fell. Hang on, I'll get that one. Okay, for pile 2. And pile 4. Okay, next we have the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. So, actually let me give it one more shuffle. Okay, for pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 3. And pile 4. Okay, next up is the Moonology Manifestation deck. Pile 1. 3. And pile 4. Okay, that was too many. And 1 fell. Okay, one last pile. One card for pile 4. Okay, and last but not least, we have the Soul's Journey lesson cards. Pile 1. That one flipped over and then flipped right back over. But it did say empathy. But I'm putting it back in. Okay. Pile 2. Pile 3. And pile 4. Okay, that is all for the oracle cards, and I will see you guys at your timestamps. Bye. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the Star Spinner Tarot and this clear quartz point, then this is your reading. Fun fact, all of the tarot decks today, I've actually already made deck review videos on them. So if you like these decks, you can check out my review. But for now, what old beliefs are working against you? Wow, you guys might be a bit of a perfectionist. You have the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. Maybe you always have to be independent or successful. Like failure is not an option type of energy. We have the 10 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. We also have the King of Swords, wow. And the 4 of Swords. Back of the deck energy is the High Priestess. Okay. So if you chose pile 1, I get the sense that failure and too much rest is not an option. Like, you have to be on your game 100% of the time. I feel like for you guys, being successful or being busy or being a leader just is like something that it either comes second nature to you, or it's just something you've always had to do. And I get the sense that you could be doing it alone. Because in all these cards, these individuals are alone. Except for in the Nine of Pentacles, where she has her owl with her there. But there are no like accompanying. Well, I guess you can consider the owl a helper, because owls are, they're a symbol of wisdom. So yeah, I feel like this is very ingrained in you guys, like to be the leader, to be in charge, to be the breadwinner. Because you have 2 kings here. So you guys, it could be, you could have strong masculine energy. Even like, you don't have to be a guy to have strong masculine energy. In fact, a lot of single women have strong masculine energy because they have had to have that kind of energy. Like, they've just never had the opportunity to be, to kind of have the personality of like a housewife, for example. Like, they were never able to have that rest. And then you have the 4 of Swords here. I feel like you guys, rest either is not an option, or you've just never been taught or allowed that was a good thing. I feel like you are also not as in tune with your intuition as you could be. I feel like you guys may be very intuitive, but just not listen to it as much as you should. So like, when your intuition, or if even your body is telling you to slow down, I get the feeling that you would ignore it because there's work to do. Because you still haven't done X, Y, and Z. Let's see what your oracle cards have to add. For your Harry Potter magical meditation, you have personal growth. And it says, it does not do to dwell on dreams, Harry, and forget to live. There's nothing wrong with a little daydreaming, but it's important not to get so caught up in dreams that you forget to enjoy your life. Yes. You guys are so caught up in like the busyness of whatever it is that you have going on, that you haven't been really able to enjoy it, I feel like. But it says, today, leave the daydreams behind and go outside. Visit a new place. Meet up with friends, or simply take a walk. Explore the world a little and see what adventures it brings you. So that's something to meditate on. Like, what is something that you can do in your free time that makes you feel more free, for lack of better words? What is something that you can do so that you're not dwelling on the work that you always do and that you feel needs to be done, like right now, and by you in particular? You also have time for a nap, card number 24. I'm actually going to place that right under the 4 of Cups, because the 4 of Swords, because in the 4 of Swords, she's taking a nap. So you also have full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. Scorpios, I always get the sense that they are very hard workers. I feel like they are the like water sign opposites of the Capricorn. Like, I feel like of all the water signs, they are the most hardworking and tenacious, and they just seem to have a very like grinding kind of personality to them sometimes. And you also have balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay, so some of you, especially with breathe through the tension here, some of you may kind of be this way and have these old beliefs because of everyone around you. So it might not be something that you have come to the conclusion that this is what you should do and this is how you should do it. You know, that you should be strict and rigid all the time and always be perfect. But it could just be something that you've grown up around, or like maybe it's a part of your culture. I feel like if you feel like if you stop being perfect, if you stop doing what you're doing, then there will be judgment, there will be tension. But these old beliefs are working against you. I feel like there's, now, not to say that there's anything wrong with hard work or anything like that, but when you have like kind of like that limiting structural mindset, you don't allow for new things to come in. And even if something did come in, because of the way your energy is, it may not stick around for long. So you could be working towards something that you really want, but you would either always have to upkeep that thing, or like it just may not always be around. Let's see. So some of you really need some you time. Some of you just need to go have like a spa day, like just have some time for yourself, because you spend all of your energy being the king, being the best, being 100% on top of your game all the time, because failure is not an option. There's judgment, there's tension. I mean, when was the last time you even allowed yourself to have rest, like not like sleep, just like rest, like a vacation, without feeling guilty, without feeling like you're doing something wrong? So I feel like the message for you guys isn't to completely flip the script and just not do, like, not to just like not work hard ever. But the message is more so to have a balance, because you do have the balance card, but even like in addition to that, you guys don't have, if you don't bring your work and, I'm going to say freedom, like your hard work and like your freedom and your you time, if you don't put that into balance, then you won't be able to get the things that you want in the long term. Your energy can't be so rigid, because if it is, then nothing can get in. Or like I said, if something does get in, it's not going to be like, it's not going to be, have a good foundation, because your foundation was so rigid. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I'm getting the imagery of like trying to plant a seed in the concrete. Like, don't be the concrete, be the soil. You don't have to be so rigid and hardworking and think that failure is not an option, or think that everything would go so wrong if you weren't 100% all of the time. Let's get you guys some runes. And some letters. Let's see what rune you guys have. Looks like Algus. No, it's Tiwaz. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to get some more. It won't come out. Okay. And let's get some charms. So I don't actually look in here while I shuffle around. I just shuffle around until I feel like it's time to take out a handful. Okay, interesting. So for your rune, you have Tiwaz, and this is a rune about balance in a way, because it's about like honor and justice, but also rationality, leadership, and authority. So in your case, it's about taking that different approach to leadership and authority, because you have to have like that balance with it. For your letters, you have G-E-Y. There you go. And you also have another G, Z. Some people say Z, some people say Z, and L. For your charms, you have the beauty charm. So this is this kind of calls back to what I was saying about a spa day, but this charm is also about beauty that could be unappreciated or unseen by others, but is still very powerful and very potent nonetheless. So that might resonate with some of you. It could also just mean that like you guys really need to take time for yourself, to really pamper yourself, to really treat yourself well without the stress. You guys also have this feather earring with the silver and gold. So that always makes me think of air magic. So I always think of like how you, like the things that you think or the things that you dream, and also how you obtain your knowledge. So for some of you, that's going to resonate differently, but one of the messages that I'm getting with this charm is that you have to change the way that you think. It's not just what you're doing that needs to change, it's also the way you think, because if you just change what you're doing, you're just going to get stressed out that you're not doing like what you used to, like you're not doing all this, being the king all the time, being the leader all the time, being on top of your game all the time. So you have to change your attitude towards that in order for it to really stick. And last but not least, you have two bells. You have the green and the silver. So the bells represent belief, and it's belief after a time of not believing. So especially for you guys really have a message of believing that there is another way, which is going to be difficult for a lot of you, because I feel like you've been in this energy for a long time. So the color silver corresponds with professionalism. It's also a money color. It's like gold and silver. And green, of course, it's also a money color, but it's also the color of growth. I also associate health with the color green, and also luck. So some of you are really going to have to step back and believe that things are going to work out. If you step back in a way that's like, you don't have to stress out about it, but stepping back in a way where, don't just like leave, like make sure that you're doing it in a smart way. And don't stress out about it, because I can almost feel some of you getting stressed out at that thought, like, oh, I got to get this, and this in order. Like, you don't have to do as much as you think. Like, you can actually take a step back and take some time for yourself to get that growth in, to get that peace in, to take a nap that you so deserve. So that is all I have for you, Pile 1. If you liked it and if you resonated with this message, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know how I did. All my social media links are going to be linked down below as well. And again, if you would like to see a deck review on this deck, which is a Star Spinner Tarot, I will link that down below as well. And I will see you guys in another reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose the Herbcrafters Tarot as well as the Fluorite Crystal, then this is your reading. So, what old beliefs are holding you back? Right out the gate, we have the Magician, the Sunflower in reverse. Three of Water, which is the Three of Cups, Lemon Balm. You have Temperance, Camellia. Three of Wands, Calendula. What old beliefs are working against you? Seven of Cups, Birch. Let's get at least one more. Okay. And you also have the Six of Swords, Cattail in reverse. Back of the deck energy is the Sun, St. John's wort. It's funny, when I first saw this card, I thought it was the Sun because it has the sunflower, but nope, this is the Sun card. Okay. I feel like some of you could be a little bit indecisive. Like you don't, maybe you never made a, okay. I feel like this has something to do with your connections. Maybe you never took a stance on something. Like you didn't walk away from it. You didn't manifest it. Like you could still be waiting on something. So you could believe that things are going to work out, or you could be trying to do something that has not yielded any results yet. So you could have this old belief that if I'm just patient, or if I just wait, or if I just do this and that, then things are going to work out. But there's another way here. I feel like this could be maybe you're influenced by friends. Or maybe like it could be like a fairness thing as well, like where you think that the way that your mindset is right now is only fair, like that's like the balanced way to go about it. Let's see what your oracle cards have to add. You guys actually have the most Harry Potter magical meditations cards. So your first one is Flights of Fancy. And it says, in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the concept of animagi is introduced. Animagi are wizards who have learned to turn into an animal at will. What animal form the wizard can turn into cannot be chosen, but depends on what kind of person they are. Sirius Black turns into a great black dog. Professor McGonagall turns into a cat. Peter Pettigrew turns into a rat. If you were an animagus, what animal do you think you would turn into? That is interesting. Let me see what else you have. Identity. It is said that what least attracts us says as much about our identities as what most attracts us. Students at Hogwarts identify strongly with their particular house, but they also often have a house that they strongly don't identify with. For example, students in Slytherin and Gryffindor are known to be rivals. Which Hogwarts house do you feel the least affinity with? What do you think that says about you? So you guys have a lot of introspection to do about your personality. There can definitely be some indecision here, or decisions that were like made, or I'm going to say assumptions that were made, conclusions that were arrived at without really thinking it through, without thinking of the other side, without a lot of analysis. So you also have values and beliefs. And it says, now, Amartentia doesn't create actual love. That would be impossible. But it does cause powerful infatuation or obsession, and for that reason it is probably the most dangerous potion in this room. Love potions appear several times in the Harry Potter films. They work extremely well, as Ron discovers when he accidentally takes one in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Considering their adverse effects, do you think love potions should be used? If given the opportunity, do you think you can use a love potion? You guys have a lot of analyzing to do, and even shadow work for some of you. I feel like your old beliefs, like this is asking you to question what you believe in and why. And if you don't believe in something, why don't you believe in it? If you disagree with something, ask yourself why. This group has like a very scattered energy where it's not something in, like it might not be just one thing in your foundation that is a part of the old beliefs that's working against you. For this pile, I feel like it's more than one thing, and it might not be, it's not that it's not deeply rooted, it's more so that it's not deeply rooted in experience per se, or something that you can truly back up. I feel like you guys also have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. You have full moon in Libra, find a balance, right under temperance. You also have new moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. And you have number 43, deep knowing. So the old beliefs, because this is going to be a mixed bag for those of you who chose pile 2. So whatever your old beliefs are, they're going to have to do with how you see the world. So think about something that makes you indecisive, or think about something that in your mind is like incomplete. Like you can't move forward this way, or you can't step back this way. Think of the things that you can't move forward on, or things that you've been indecisive about. And that's going to link you to the old beliefs that are working against you. Because right now you are not in balance. You don't necessarily trust that everything is going to go well. There's a very scattered energy here. Maybe on one hand you think that trouble or like a bump in the road is a natural thing to happen all the time, but you're just like, well, when am I going to stop having these bumps in the road? It's because your old belief that you need, that is working against you, is that there should be bumps in the road, or that bumps in the road are okay. Like it's kind of like maybe you like take a, like you fall and you get back up, and it's not a negative thing that you fall and you get back up. It's more so that you fall and you get back up, and then you do the exact same thing that you just did, and you didn't really learn anything from that first fall. So the first fall didn't do you any good. It was just something that happened, and it keeps happening over and over again. I do like this Animagus card, because when reading and when watching Harry Potter, I always wondered, like, how did Harry, James, and James, Sirius, and Remus, how did they not get the slightest bit suspicious when everyone else turned into like a normal animal with like loyalty? You know, like dogs are associated with loyalty, deers are like majestic. Like no one questioned the fact that their friend just turned into a rat. Like that didn't raise any red flags. So like whatever this card is asking you to think, who are you really? Who are you? Like who are you really? And What is a part of you that doesn't need to be there? What is a part of you that is holding you back? And there's also like the ethics of like the love potion here. So some of you could have some very conflicting or negative beliefs. And when I say negative, I don't necessarily mean negative like towards you, but it could be towards other people as well. Just like the whole Slytherin and Gryffindor rival thing. Like, do you look at someone the way like a Gryffindor might look at someone from Slytherin, for example? Like, do you have all these negative things come to mind? Because they're like the opposite house as you, like there's something opposite about them from you. These are the beliefs that are working against you. These are the beliefs that are holding you back. Because they're not rooted in like fact or even experience for a lot of you. I feel like they're just rooted in, you just happen to be this. Like, you just happen to be in Gryffindor. Or you just happen to be this kind of person. Well, you get to choose what kind of person you're going to be. And I feel like for some of you know like where the fault is. Like some of you, you may not take the time to think about it, but I feel like deep down you know the old beliefs that are working against you. Like you know that you shouldn't be thinking this way or X, Y, and Z, but you just do it. Like you're not able to manifest something that you really want, even if I feel like what you really want in life, or even just for the moment, can't fully happen with all these beliefs, with like the negative things that hold you back. But you can't walk away from it either. You can't pretend that you don't want it. You can't pretend that it's not a part of you. Wow, this pile too, you guys are there's only the 2 piles so far, but it'll be interesting to see like if the other piles are as mixed as this one, because pile 1 was pretty straightforward and this one is, the general message is kind of straightforward in general, but I feel like this is going to resonate differently for everyone. Like this is going to be one of those really general ones for those of you who picked pile 2. Let's get you guys some runes. Kudos. Let's get you some letters. Okay. And some charms. So I don't actually look at the charms while I'm digging around. I just kind of shuffle around until I feel like it's time to take some out. I always take out 2 bells. Okay, let's start with your rune. So this is called Urus. And this is about freedom. It's like courage, renewed energy, wisdom. And it's funny, you have like, so wisdom is a part of the meaning of this rune, but it's also about like understanding and strength and tenacity. But it's funny that you got that, and you also have this owl here. That is interesting. Pile 1 also got an owl in their reading. And I did think about this earlier, but I didn't bring it up. So I'm glad I got this rune for you guys. For your letters, you have C, A, and P. Cap. Captain America. You have the silver and red bells. So the bells are about belief. They could be, for this pile, I feel like this is true as well, that it's belief in something that you had trouble believing in before. The color silver correspond, like that's a money color, but it also corresponds with like the workplace, like business and like official. The color red corresponds with love, action, courage, fire magic or fire energy. Fire signs could be important to you guys. Yeah. You have the blue car. So the color blue corresponds with peace, the throat chakra, water, emotions, and you also have the car. So especially for you guys, there's definitely a strong need to move forward, a strong need to move away from your old beliefs, because I feel like you've been in them for a while and it's almost like you're just sitting in it and you're not doing yourself any good, like any favors. You're just there and you're not able to move forward in a way that will benefit you. So you have this fortune cookie, little fortune cookie fortune, and it says your skills are needed by others at this time. So for some of you, what you want to do or what you will inevitably be doing is helping people. But you're not going to have a good time doing that if you're still in this energy, if you still have these old beliefs working against you, because you're just going to be miserable. You're still going to be stuck. And you also have the number 5. So the number 5 may be significant. It's also like a halfway number. 5 can also be associated with strife or stagnation in a way. It's also the number of the Hierophant, which is a card about learning, teaching, learning, something that's tried and true. I feel like learning that's tried and true. So it's like if you learn something and like that becomes true to you, especially if it's something that you didn't know before and it's something really enlightening, hang on to that, because that's meant to stick with you. That's another like wisdom synchronicity there with the Urus and this owl here in the deep knowing card. All right, that is all I have for you, pile 2. That was interesting to say the least. If you like this reading and if you resonated, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know how I did. My other social media links are going to be down below in case you're interested in them. I am also on Instagram. I post over there the most so far, but I'm also on Tumblr and TikTok as well. If you guys would like to see the deck review for the Herbcrafters Tarot deck, that's going to be linked down below as well as any of the other decks you might have seen in the intro, or if you chose more than one pile, there's a deck review for actually all of the piles, all of the decks in tarot decks, of the video today. So check it out if that's something that interests you, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose the Tarot of the Magical Forest as well as the Citrine Crystal, then this is your reading. So if you would like to see a review of this deck, I will have it in the description below. But what are the old beliefs that are working against you? You guys have the 8 of Cups. You have the Ace of Pentacles, Justice, and the 8 of Pentacles. I'm already getting that you guys might feel like things have to be in perfect balance or it's not for you. Like if you work hard, then you should receive X for an award or reward. You have the 9 of Cups in reverse and the 10 of Cups. Back of the deck energy is strength. So lots of 8s here. I'm trying to set up this. Okay. The deck was about to fall over. Okay. So you guys might not be happy unless things are balanced and your hard work pays off. I feel like you might be quick to leave something that's not working out in your favor at the beginning. I'm sorry if you can hear my stomach growling. Pile 3, you guys. Oh, there's 8, 9, 10 here, by the way. But I feel like you guys need things to be like, I'm getting work out, but like not just work out, but almost like in a movie or something. Like you want things to work out the way they would in a movie. You want that kind of balance. And you want to see proof of it in the real world. Like not just someone telling you something or a feeling you have. Like, no, you want proof. Let me see what your oracle cards have to add. For your Harry Potter magical meditation card, you have experiencing loss. Things we lose have a way of coming back to us in the end, if not always in the way we expect. Have you ever experienced the return of something you thought you lost? What were the circumstances? Yeah, so more of that like kind of, I don't want to keep saying movie, but that's like the thing that comes to mind. It's like you want something to work out the way it would in a movie. Like you're expecting something to work out or come back to you or be balanced in a way that's not necessarily practical or realistic for the situation. I feel like you would need to tweak that belief a bit. So it's not to say that you can't get things to be balanced per se, but it's more so how they would be balanced, how they would work out that you would need to tweak. You also have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. You also have last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. You also have last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. And you have a change in the wind, card number 12. Okay, so the advice here is definitely to loosen up. These 3 cards actually say loosen up to me. Well, this one says lighten up, but the message is like loosen up. Like even if something is gone and you're like anxious about it, or if you think about it a lot, the message is to pull back that energy a bit. Yeah, the old beliefs are definitely that you need the things that you want, you need to see it in a certain way. Otherwise, it's not like you're not going to put any stock in it. I'm actually going to read a change in the wind, because to me, that makes me think of like a change in like the way you think, like a tweak in the way that you think. But that could also mean like that something else is changing. Let me read from the book. Okay. A change in the wind, essential meanings, a sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are now on firm ground, feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. So, yeah, like that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift. So, okay. So your mindset and the way you approach things, that does need to change, but also I feel like things are changing regardless. Like something outside of you is going to change. And you won't have like firm ground if you still have these beliefs. Like you have to have a kind of firm, almost logical way of thinking about your situation. Yeah. Let's see, what else before I get to your charms? So if you're disappointed that something is not working out your way, remember to let that go. Remember to ease up a bit. Remember to not ease up on necessarily like any physical work that you're doing, even though that could be a part of it, but ease up on how tightly you have this like belief or this thought. You have to loosen it up a bit so that that tweak can happen. And you may have to walk away from an old belief that you thought made perfect sense before in order to make room for your 10 of Cups. Because the 10 of Cups is all about happiness and fulfillment. But you can't get that if you're still holding on to something that does not serve you. A belief, a mindset, a hope. There's a different kind of strength that you need to take on now. I feel like previously you had a type of strength that it was like a double-edged sword because the belief was holding you back. Now when you tweak your beliefs, it's going to be like a different kind of strength for you. It could be the strength in patience, a strength in admitting when you're wrong or admitting when there needs to be a change. A strength in realizing that everything doesn't need to... Okay, like I'm getting that phrase, what is it? Fear is what if, trust is even if. So it's like that even if energy. Even if things don't go exactly how I want, I'll still be okay. That's how you ease up. Let's see. Let's get you guys some runes. I'm still looking at your oracle cards here. So if there is something, if a part of letting go of old beliefs for you is having to see something, it's okay to ask the universe to show you something that you want to see, to give you a sign so that you know you're headed in the right direction. I feel like for some of you, that sight, that real world verification is really important to you. And it's okay to ask for like signs, like, okay, I was right about this is the right path. However it goes with you. But if that is important to you, if that part of the reading resonated with you, then yes, be on the lookout for signs the sign that you need for, your particular situation, because it's going to be different for everyone. Okay, let's get to Haroon. Oh, pile 1 got Tiwaz as well. And some letters. Ooh. Almost dropped the charm box. So I don't look in the charm box as I'm getting these charms. I just kind of shuffle around until I pick up a handful, and I feel like it's time to take a handful. Okay, so Tiwaz, it's funny that the Justice card is right there and you guys got Tiwaz, because that is a card, that is a rune about justice as well, and honor and authority, leadership, also analysis, and like the rational mind, like logic. You also have this beauty charm. It's like wrapped around. Yeah. So this earring beauty charm. So this is about unseen or unappreciated beauty, but beauty that is powerful and potent. Nonetheless, this could resonate with you if one of the things that you need to see in the real world is that you are beautiful, like you want to be treated like you are beautiful, or you want to be, like you want to be able to believe that when you look in the mirror. So that can resonate with some of you. Let me get your letters here. So you have B, Q, and A. I just heard barbecue. I don't know what that's about or who that's for. You also have G and E. You have a fortune cookie fortune that says your skills are needed by others at this time. So for some of you, a part of what you want to happen, or just a part of what like is a part of your life right now, is helping people. So you can't fully help people with like the limiting beliefs that you have. It's like, it's not that you can't help people, it's that you can't do that to your best ability. Like you would only be giving a percentage of what you can be giving. You have the rhodonite crystal. Rhodonite is a healing crystal. It corresponds with the heart chakra. Rhodonite is a good stone for meditating and to realize what it is that's really troubling you. So if you don't know what particular old beliefs are holding you back, or maybe like you think you know, but you know, like there could be more, this is a good crystal to work with. This is rhodonite. I almost couldn't say it. So yeah, you might want to work with this crystal. You also have this front heart. This is actually the front half. The back half is in the charm box as well. But the front half always makes me think of like self-love, and also the love that is shown. So it's self-love that is shown to the self. I know that's like a weird way to say it, but some people think of self-love in terms of like just giving themselves a spa day, for example, or just like telling themselves that they're beautiful, but maybe they don't really believe it. This charm is more so about the other side of that, where you, like, everything that you do, the love that you really show yourself, it actually sticks. It's not just something that you say. It's not just an affirmation that you have just posted up somewhere. It's like in the real world. It's like real love that you show yourself in the real world. So like maybe you buy yourself flowers, maybe you do something that you always made some kind of excuse for it in the past, like some kind of pick me up. So that could be a message for some of you guys. And last but not least, we were talking about messages with this reveal what needs to be seen card, and this is the message in a bottle charm. So you could be receiving messages already, or you could be receiving them through music. Just be on the lookout for messages, because the insight that you get is going to help you. It's going to help you release these old beliefs. And make sure that you're open to them as well. But I think that is all I have for you, Pile 3. If that resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know how I did. All my social media links are going to be down below. I do have some new ones. And if you like this Tarot the Magical Forest deck, I said this at the beginning of the reading, but anyway, I'm going to say it again. If you want to see a deck review of this deck, the link for that is going to be down below, or any of the decks that you saw at the intro of this video. If you want to see a review of them, all of the tarot decks at least, the review for them is going to be down below in the description box. So I will see you guys in another video. Bye. Hello, Pile 4. If you chose the Light Seers Tarot and the Sodalite Crystal, then this is your reading. Put your oracle cards there. Okay, what old beliefs are working against you? I have the Two of Swords and the Page of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles. The Four of Swords. Also, if you'd like to see a deck review of this deck, the link for that is going to be down below in the description box. Back of the deck energy is the Hierophant. And you also have the Five of Wands and the Eight of Cups. You could be stuck in analysis paralysis, like when you're just overthinking and you can't really get anything done, because when you try to get something done you overthink it again, and then you go into like that research mode again, and it's just like a vicious cycle. I feel like the old beliefs holding you back have to do with perfectionism. Yeah, it's like things have to go perfect or else you feel like you can't move forward. And you may not be able to fully walk away from something either. Like maybe you have to complete it fully, or like it's something you just can't leave alone. I feel like you guys might be the kind of people that don't get a whole lot of rest, because you're just always working, you're always thinking, there's always something to look up. Like maybe a part of the beliefs that you need to let go of is that this method is the tried and true method to get from A to B. That the only way to get there is to study this way, or work hard in this way, or keep thinking and changing in this way. Let me get some of your oracle cards. You have personal growth. And it says, over the course of the 8 Harry Potter films, Harry grows from a talented young wizard with a penchant for overlooking the rules to a hero responsible for saving the wizarding world from the greatest dark wizard of all time. His journey is strewn with obstacles he must overcome. The Dursleys and their neglect, the Dementors and their terrifying effect they have on him, Professor Umbridge's corrupt and abusive reign at Hogwarts, the loss of his parents, godfather and mentor, and much more. These events, although often painful, ultimately shape Harry into the person he becomes. What obstacle have you overcome in your life, and how did they shape your growth? So it could have been a very strong and impactful event in your life that kind of pushed you to be in this almost like conflicting energy where you can't fully take steps where you need to go. Because like with the Five of Wands, like the Five of Wands is a card that is like it's like conflict, but also like no one's winning or losing. It's just like you're not going anywhere, you're all tied up. Then with the Two of Swords, it's about indecision, and this girl is literally, she has like the blindfold over her eyes, but then she has like strings tying her up as well. Let's see. You also have soulmates. So this could be about a lover, it could be about someone that is very important to you, that has been in your life for a long time. You have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. You have first quarter moon in Gemini. Speak your world into being. And that fell right under the Page of Swords. You also have time to go, card number 45. Also, soulmates was card number 41. So with time to go, especially with the Eight of Cups here, there's definitely a call to change in such a way where it's like freeing. It's like you're just going, you're just moving. Like it's saying, like if you have things, if you're in that mentality that I spoke about earlier, where like you're paralyzed and you can't really move any which way, you can drop, like this almost sounds really harsh, but you can like drop what you're doing and be free and be less tied up, I should say. I don't want to say completely free, because that makes it seem like you're giving up all your responsibilities and just dropping everything. But I feel like because of something that happened in your life, you might think of something, like you might think that this is the way that you are moving in your life now is important, that is the way to go, the way to be. And although it might have its place and time, now is the time for you to lighten up a bit. Be more free to go. Go as in like leave, as in like free yourself up. And also, it's okay to speak your world into being. So what I mean by that is, although you do still want to work for the things that you want, it's okay to claim it beforehand. It's okay to say, I will obtain this. And you won't be stuck in your mind that way, because when you say I have, or not I have obtained this, but I have this. Like when you say it in the present tense, it'll free up your mind from the paralysis. Like you're not going to be so tied up anymore. And this soulmates card, that's the only one that is like different from the rest. Let me get a clarifier. Why is soulmates here? So this could obviously just be about a relationship, a possible soulmate. But for, yeah, you got the Empress. Especially, yeah, because the Nine of Pentacles is like the pre-Empress card. So for some of you, with the soulmates card, it's saying that like you want everything to be perfect. You want to be that Empress. You want to be like the the woman in the Nine of Pentacles, like to have everything and like everything perfect, not just have everything, but have everything perfect and be the queen, for lack of better words, or if you're a guy, the king. So this is saying to let go of that perfection. You guys might have been drawn to pile 1 as well. But yeah, especially, yeah, I'm getting that you want to achieve this. Okay, let's get you some runes. Or a rune. I always say some runes, but it's really like just one. Looks like you guys have one Joe. Let's get some letters as well. And some charms. So I don't actually look in here while I take some charms. I just shuffle around until I feel like it's time to take some charms. Okay, so is this the same one that this same fortune came out for like 2 other piles? But for your rune, you have one Joe. And it's just, it looks like a P if that's a bit hard to see. There you go. So this is a rune about joy and prosperity, harmony, fellowship, like the pleasures in life, kind of like that humor card I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Definitely you guys should open yourself more up to that kind of energy, because right now you're a bit stagnant and you're it's like you're in circles and like a vicious cycle, and you're not really able to go anywhere. So for your letters, you have BMYR. You have the message in a bottle charm. So you could be receiving messages about your situation and how to move forward. So you could receive messages in tarot readings. I feel like for some of you, you could go to a tarot reading, or you can just go, like maybe you're just like on a video or trying to interact with something that doesn't have to do with this topic, but then you'll get some of this advice and it'll be like a double confirmation for you guys. So watch out for any signs and synchronicities, numbers, repeating messages, all that kind of stuff. For numbers, you have 10 and 4. For your fortune cookie fortune, it says your skills are needed by others at this time. So this could be supporting others. It could be skills as in hobby or work. And you have this red bell. So the bells represent belief. It could be belief through hardship or also belief through a long time of not believing. And the color red corresponds with fire, love, passion, energy, and action. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys. If you like this video and if it resonated, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know how I did. All my social media links are going to be down below. I do have some new ones now in addition to Instagram. If you would like to see a deck review of this deck as well as any of the other tarot decks that were featured in this video today, the links for all those will be in the description below. And I will see you guys in another reading. Bye.